Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel. And the Premier League home kits rating went so well, we've come back for a second. We're here for the Bundesliga home kit ratings. I've listened to the feedback as well. We're going to change it up a little bit so you can follow along with me with some of the kits and the designs. Thank you for the support, by the way, on that first video. It's fantastic. If anyone's new here and seeing this video, go check out the last one. If you're also new, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and press that post notification bell so you can follow all the videos here in the channel. As I said in the last video, we're in the fun stage of the season. As we get closer and closer to the start of the season, more videos coming out, more lists, more hypotheticals, and we get into the real action in about 3 weeks' time. So absolutely cannot wait for that. With that being said, ladies and gents, let's now get straight into our Bundesliga home kit ratings. Alrighty, top of the list is Heidenheim. After a fantastic season last year, they've come out with another Puma kit. And I want to like it, but I don't know if I can like it at the moment. It's a funny sort of design. I like the little gradient with the blocking to the texture to get that sponge in there. I'm a fan of that. I like how the white is on the collars and on the arm sleeves there as well. But the blue and the red look really cartoony almost. Very, very vibrant, very bright, almost too much for my liking. I like how they've sort of gone with the gradient design. The red sort of popping, the blue's popping a little bit as well. But it's a little bit too much, I think, in my eyes here. Last season's kit, I was quite a fan of that as well, but it's a simpler design. This is a bit more out there. The texturing, I like that. It's a tick in their box. The white to contrast, I like that as well. I just think the colours to me are just too saturated almost. It's a bit too much going on there. As such, it's taken away a little bit for me. I'm going to go with a stock standard, sort of 6 out of 10. I think it's really, really exciting design. It's a nice, in-your-face type design, but almost too much in many regards here. But, Puma kits, and I did a really, really nice job. And I think here, just if it was a little bit darker colours, I'd be such a fan of it. But it's a little bit too bright for me. As such, I'm going a 6 out of 10 for Heidenheim. Our next team is the reigning champions, Bayer Leverkusen. A fantastic kit last season, that black and red cross. This year, though, I don't know. Castor, not great kit manufacturers. I look at this kit here and there's definitely a backstory behind it, but I'm not really following it. It's a really, yuck sort of red. It's lacking saturation. The last one, the Heidenheim kit was too saturated. This is nowhere near saturated enough. A real sort of almost browny red there with this sort of checker crosses and sort of street design. I'm assuming it's the layout of the city. I'm not sure. I like the contrast, the black and red here, and how the whole body's basically red. That Barmenia sponsor's way too high. I hope that's a bit lower once the proper kit is released. I just don't know. Even the side sleeve sponsor there, just a bit too much. And for a reigning champions kit, I'm not really a fan of it. I've got to be honest with you. It is really, really not doing it for me. The red is the wrong colour. Everything's pushed too high up on the main chest piece there. The whole black paneling on the arm sleeves and just plain red in the main body. Not a fan of that. If you can try and blend it, I'm more of a fan of a blend or a solid colour throughout and gradients throughout. I'm not a fan of just big blocks on the arm sleeves and just red down the middle. I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan of this one at all. Looking at a champions kit, you'd think you'd try and change. I think their away kit looks fantastic. I think I've seen some mock-ups of that with the gold. Get some gold in this kit here. Like, this is a great opportunity. You've gone invincible last season. Get some gold in there. Make it a bit more exciting. There's probably a story behind the sort of patterning on the body, but I'm not a fan of that either. It falls very, very short. I think it's probably the worst kit in the league. I'm going with 1 out of 10 here for Bayer Leverkusen's kit. From the lows to lows to probably one of the best kits in the league this season, Bayern Munich is next, and what a fantastic kit. I was so off their kit last season. The white looks like a away kit for your home kit. This is a proper home kit. That T-Mobile sponsor, fantastically placed in the middle. I'm loving the gradient sort of design down the middle and on the sides of the body of the kit. They've gone with that sort of different style Adidas V-neck. I like that as well. Rounded off, but it sort of looks like a V with the 2 collar stripes coming down. Allianz as well on the arm seems fantastic sponsor there. I'm loving that sort of real dark earthier red with the lighter red as well. It's one of the best kits in world football, I think, this season. Really, really clean design. The Adidas stripes on the side there. Probably one of the best made Adidas kits, I think, going around right now. There's not many good Adidas kits out this season. This, though, for me, is one of the best. Simple Adidas 3 stripes there. Nice, darkened, sort of a browny red style on the Bayern Munich Adidas and T-Mobile logo, not just a pure black, which is really, really nice at all. Just molds together really, really nicely, really, really good kit. I like that sort of gradient sort of checkerboardy type design out. So it's sort of like a bit of a fade in and out. Some sides is thicker, some sides is thinner. I'm like that. It's not perfect. I don't like just straight lines and perfect kits. I like a bit of a gradient. I'm loving this design here. And that neck collar design. Some of the Adidas kits have been awful with just V-necks. But they've got the rounded design, but they've made it look like a V-neck with those two stripes coming down there on the collar design. I'm absolutely a fan of this one. For me, nearly the best kit in the league. I've gone with a 9 out of 10. Really clean design. Bit of smart there with the dark and light red, and altogether just suits really, really nicely for a very classy Bayern Munich kit. Alrighty, our next kit is a team over my shoulder. It is Borussia Dortmund, and we have had some great kits in the past. This one, it's hard to not like a Dortmund kit. They're very, very likeable, but there's a few things to take away from this kit for me. Obviously, the red and black is fantastic. I love it. It's a great combination. The 1-on-1 logo, I've never really been much of a fan. It's really blocky and takes up a lot of space. And as such, the lines here get separated. I understand the middle lines, how they're supposed to be separated because of the sponsors there, but the lines on the side have to connect for me. It makes it look quite strange. There's a massive blank space in the middle of the jersey. Again, this whole block type design with just yellow in the middle and black on the sleeves. I understand you need some black in there somewhere. Can you gradient it a little bit more? Can you fade it in a little bit more? I would have liked something like that. It's a nice design, a clean, simple design. Always a fan of those sort of pinstripes going down. I just wish they were connected on the sides. I think that sponsor really takes away from the kit. I like the collar design's really neat and clean. It's a real simplistic Borussia Dortmund design. We've seen some of their cup uniforms. It looks ridiculous going this season. It combines all these years, but that's all funky. This is a more simpler, sleeker design. That gives me plus points, pinstripes and sleek design, but the lack of the lines connecting up, lack of creativity in the kit, a little bit bland and simplistic, as much as it can be a positive, it's almost a bit negative. There's not much dare in this kit in Dortmund. We've had some great kits over the years. This one isn't quite for me. I've gone with a 6 out of 10. I think it's just better than average. Does an alright job, but for Dortmund kits with such a high standard, this one falls short of that, especially that pinch not connecting for me is the biggest turn off by that one there. Disappointed for Dortmund. I'm going with a 6 out of 10 for them. Our next club is Borussia Mönchengladbach, and is this one of the greats of this season? I absolutely love this kit. Again, predominantly white, which takes away a little bit for me, but wow, they've gone crazy. The sort of geometric designs on these green stripes down the body are fantastic. The sponsor rotor, it does take away a little bit because it separates the jersey, but it's a real clean, nice design. The font of the sponsor is really, really clean. I'm loving that contrast down the collar with the green, the black. That Puma put there, how you got those black lines surrounding the blue, the green lines there, the green on the arm sleeves as well. A really nice put together kit. It just looks good all together, fits quite nicely. The colours really pop on the page. It's almost like a blank canvas, this kit, and they've gone and put heaps of colour into heaps of design. It's going to stand out, and I love the dark green with the light green. Similar to that Bayern Munich design, where you got the dark and the light version of the colour. It just pops as a kit. Fantastically put together. I love the black surrounding the more thicker green blocks of lines. The sponsor, despite take up a lot of space, is a nice font. It really clean design, a really sophisticated type kit. I think we can put in that words. I really love this. Puma don't really miss often with their kits, and this one is another hitter for me. I've gone 8 out of 10. I think if it was a little bit less white, it's an easier 10 out of 10 for me. You can maybe add a bit pieces of green in there, maybe fade up a little bit more. But that's the only thing I can take away from this kit. Outside of that, it is one of the great kits. Really clean, cold design. I absolutely love this kit. As an 8 out of 10, a little bit short just because of too much white in the kit for me. But all in all, a really, really fantastic design. Once again, we go from the highs to a really, really mediocre kit. Next kit is Eintracht Frankfurt. I don't know what Nike have done here. This looks like the ultimate pre-match jersey. You've got just blank white all over the kit. Check the team logo, a Nike logo, and indeed sponsor on it. You've whacked a star bottom right for some reason, and then you've just got this black V over a V-neck. It looks like the most pre-match jersey you can ever design. I don't know what they've done with this kit here. Nike are having stinkers this season with some of their kits. I think this is no different to that here. I don't know what they're trying to do. For me, it's all over the place. There's no continuity. You've got the team colours in there at least. That's one plus, but it is a white kit with red sleeves and just a random block of black at the top. I don't know what they're trying to do here. One of the worst kits I've seen. And that star tries to add something to it. Damn, if you had it majority red and you get that sort of star and a bit of white at the bottom, that would be nice. That would be something I'd be a fan of. But this just looks like a white shirt that you just stuck a few things on. It's not for me. The Indeed sponsor as well, not that nice, not that clean, the jersey. One of the worst. I don't know, it's 2 out of 10 for me. It's just such a strange kit and strange design. It literally looks like a warm-up kit. For Amsterdam Frankfurt fans, I am very sorry. That is your home kit for 24-25 season. Once again, Nike disappointing. Our next team is FC Augsburg. And it seems to be a common trend in the Bundesliga. A lot of white-based kits. We've got another white one here with Augsburg. A nicer one than the last. You've got a bit more going on there with these red stripes. Sort of going horizontally up the kit. Interesting design. I like the sponsor, the WWK. Maybe a little bit out there, but don't mind that. The logo sort of fits nicely with the sponsor being in red as well. I just feel like they're missing a trick here, not keeping that red line continually up on that sort of diagonal, up the jersey there. It just seems to just stop all of a sudden. Fine to put it in the background. It's just a sort of mismatch of a kit. I don't mind the little intricacies in the sort of darker grey colours in between those red lines. But all in all, it's a white kit. And I can't really give it much of a high score. You've seen the scores I've given the last few kits. Nothing real special about it. I also tried to add some sort of colour or pop to the jersey. But all in all, it's a very simple design, decent sponsor, but really just quite bland and boring. I'm going to go with 4 out of 10. I don't mind the Reds. If it would continue through, maybe a 5, maybe an average score. But, gee, it's lacking a lot, this kit here. Luckily, the sponsor probably saves it. And the intent to start the design has probably saved it. If there was none of these red lines, it's literally a white kit. That's all it is. So I'm going with a 4 out of 10. They couldn't maybe do much with it, but let's continue those red lines throughout. Augsburg, for me, 4 out of 10. Our next side is Holstein Kiel. I think I'm hoping to pronounce that correctly. Side coming up here into the league. Wow, this is more of an exciting kit. This is more what I want to see from the Bundesliga clubs. They're still got that blocky design with this, the dark blue and the light blue, but the patterning on the main body of the kit, piece of art for me. Absolutely love that. And the red really stands out on this kit with the familiar sponsor. I'm actually a big fan of that sponsor and the font they've used. I like how they've got the red there on the arm sleeves. Would have liked a bit of red around the main collar, but a really, really nice design. I'm loving the geometric shapes with the main body. I'm loving the red contrast there. Again, what's taking away from it? No red on the collar and this whole dark blue, light blue design. I wish they just did a little bit more with this Puma. With that being said, though, a nice sleeve sponsor, great main sponsor, great geometric design in the middle. I'm a real big fan of this kit here. A few things I would have touched up. It could have been one of the better kits in the league. I've gone with 7 out of 10. I think it's a really, really clean design, a neat design. Something they've actually tried here in the kit. And I think it's hit. I definitely like these geometric designs, and as such, a 7 out of 10 for me for Holstein Kiel. Our next team is Mainz, and I don't know really how to feel about this kit. There's a lot going on with these white sort of checkers in here along the red background. I like how they haven't just moved and cleared the whole space for the sponsor. It's sort of worked in with the design. It's interesting. I like how the design of the V sort of style on the collar there, sort of rounded off with the design as well. I like the checker, the white and red. It's a real nice design with the sort of dark red worked into the background. There's a bit of a gradient. The sponsors are not bad. It's a little bit almost looks childish, the brand, but all in all, not too bad. I don't know how to feel about it. It could be, some people might love it, some people might hate it. I'm just going to go with a 6 out of 10. I think it's sort of in the middle. Maybe a little bit too much going on in this design. I don't mind it though. Again, I don't like the just clean, just straight designs, and like just a little bit hit and miss everywhere and a bit of funky design all over the kit. I'm a fan of that. The arm sleeve sponsor looks okay as well. It's just that you can lose the main badge in all what's going on at the top. That's the thing that's taken away from me. Although a solid enough kit, as I said, 6 out of 10. I don't really know how to feel about this Mainz kit, so sit towards the middle for me. We come to our next team being RB Leipzig, and I absolutely love this kit. Again, another team that has a white main body, but they've made the most of it. They've been out there with their design, and I absolutely love this sort of like crazy geometric design. Some red is popping on the page, some is a bit lighter. It almost like a rusted wall in many regards. I love this. And the Red Bulls worked in so well as the main body sponsor. Again, no Pumas hurting themselves. Continue to design on the sleeves. Make the sleeves the same design. That's the biggest negative from this kit. Outside of that, it is a fantastic design. As I always say, I love the Puma collar, how they work that in really, really nicely. The Red Bull is a top sponsor for me. It makes every kit 10 times better, I think, how it pops on the middle of that page there. And especially because it's a white majority kit, the Red Bull logo really stands out. I'm loving the geometric designs. I'm loving how some bits are darker and lighter than the others. It makes it a really, really nice to look at kit. And I think all in all, a really, really good design here from Puma. They're just missing a trick. Get the arm sleeves to be the same. That's all I'm asking for. Make the arm sleeves the same as the main body, and you've got basically a 10 out of 10 kit for me. I love it. As far as a white kit can go, they have maximized it to the max for me. I think it's a really, really good kit. As I always say, geometric shapes, gradients, I'm here for it. And they've got that here. I think it's a really, really good design. The sponsor, 10 out of 10. It would have been a 10 or 9 out of 10 type kit, but again, the missing design on the sleeves hurts them for me. I've gone with 8 out of 10, one of the strongest kits in the league this season. But once again, just came short because of that sleeve design. Come on, Puma, help us out here. Our next kit is the Freiburg kit. And again, really, really mixed feel in this one here. The red with the, again, geometric shapes, I'm a fan of that. I like how it's a bit of a darker contrast there. But they've gone Nike, once again, with this similar to Heidenheim, this sort of really bright, vibrant, colourful type red, and I'm not sure it really hits the spot for me. I don't know if it's the camera that this has taken this photo, but it looks like a really funny style of red. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. The sponsor's nice, I like that. It is, at the end of the day, just a real red canvas of a kit with some designs put in between, which I don't mind that. I think that's a real addition for me. But again, the Nike kits just don't excite me very much. I don't know if it's me just being hypocritical and critical on these kits, but I like it all in all. As a whole package, it's not too bad. I think there's a lot of casing. Maybe make that red a bit darker and maybe lighten up the geometric design, make the geometric design a bit of a lighter red. But all in all, solid enough design. Got the aspects of the white there on the arm sleeves and nearby the collar. That makes it a real clean look. The sponsor, Jobrad, not bad. I think there's some better sponsors out there, but I'll give them that mark. But all in all, it's nothing special, not disastrous. I've gone a 6 out of 10. Does the job. But again, yeah, nothing really unique or really exciting about this Freiburg kit this season. All right, our next kit comes from a newly prototyped St. Pauli. This is where it gets a bit controversial. I've given them a few points because of how this is their design, this sort of dark brown and light brown checker. But I don't know if I like this kit at all. The sponsor, Kongstar, not a fan of that at all. And how it's all blocky and white, that's a minus mark. The opposite colours on the sleeves, not a fan of that either. And it's brown. Like it's in the end of the day, it's a brown checker kit. And there's only so far I can put. I get it. It's that's their kit. That's their colours. That's what the club sort of kit is. But man, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for the sponsor either. I'm just not a fan at all. It's so easy to say, oh, it's a fantastic kit. It's St. Pauli, a new kit and stuff like that. But I can't get behind it. I'll be honest, I can't get behind this kit. I've gone with a 3 out of 10. I just think the colours are just a real bland and boring and yuck type design. And then the fact you've got this sponsor that's all blocky and white, and not a fan of it at all. I've got a 3 out of 10. People might like it. I definitely don't. Our next team is Hoffenheim. And you can see I've got them also hanging up here. And this kit is definitely a bit of a downgrade of last season's kit. It's blue. It's just a blue blanket design. Yes, they've got some pinstripes coming up. They've sort of faded it out to a darker blue around the chest piece. I'm a fan of that. That's at least a bit of something. The SAP sponsor, not really a fan of it. Not the biggest fan of that at all. You've got that sort of dark blue ring around the collar, which is strange as well. It's really basic. It's really boring. The sponsors are much for me. Like last year's kit I've got heading up there, there's a bit more exciting, a bit more going on. I'm just not a fan of this at all. I try to keep it clean, try to keep it neat and simple, but it's not doing enough. It just literally looks like a blue t-shirt sticking the logos on. As such, I'm not going to give it a high score. I'm going with a 3 out of 10. I just don't think it's really out there, extravagant, anything exciting. So, as I said, quite bland, quite boring as such. 3 out of 10 for Hoffenheim for me. The next club is Stuttgart. And after a fantastic season, they come back with a very similar kit here from the Jacko sponsor. Again, it's a Stuttgart kit. You can't really do much about it. There's a red line across the chest piece there. I like the Winamax sponsor, surprisingly. It is very big and at your face, but I don't mind it. Color design's quite neat and quite, a bit sophisticated there. Some designs over the arm sleeves, it looks like. Not against that at all. All in all, quite simple though. It is Stuttgart. It is a white base kit. Again, in the Bundesliga, another white base kit. Another team with a bit of red in their colours as well. So you got that in there. All in all, it's quite boring, quite bland and basic, but it's a Stuttgart kit. I feel like it can't be too critical on it because that's the kit they've got. I've gone with a 4 out of 10. There's nothing real special about it. Nothing really bad about it either. It's just there. For Stuttgart, it's just a there kit as such. As I said, not at an average, just below it. I've gone with a 4 out of 10 for VfB Stuttgart. We come to VfL Bochum next, and I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. It's an interesting blue. Not a blue that I'm a biggest fan of, but it's different, and I like that. So matching their team logo colours. I actually like the Vonovia, sponsor there. Quite a neat design, and I'm a real big fan of this collar. It's a funky design with white and contrasting down to that dark blue. It makes a rounded collar look a bit like a V-neck. I'm a fan of that. I think the body being slightly lighter than the darker sleeves is a nice design, and it's not just obnoxious like the Dortmund one or the ones we've seen in the past, which is one block colour and then one other block colour. It's a little bit more closely linked because they're both that sort of colour of blue, just a lighter and darker version. You've got that sort of pattern on the back. You can sort of see they're faded in the back there, which I like as well. It's a real neat design. I like it all. The sponsor's fantastic. The collar looks really, really neat and tidy. I'm loving the contrast on the arm sleeve to the main body and that gradient in the background as well. It makes a really, really nice kit. By no means is it spectacular and up there, one of the best, but it's definitely up there for me. I've gone with a 6 out of 10, just above average. I think it does a really good job with the colour it is. If it was a different sort of blue, I might like a little bit more, but I guess I understand that's their team colour. You stay with the team colour. All in all, a really nice design. And I think for what they've done there, really good job from VfL Bochum. I've gone with a 6 out of 10. We come to our penultimate kit, and it's VfL Wolfsburg. And I'm a bit of a fan of this kit here. Really, really exciting. Wolfsburg kits are normally really, really nice. And Nike here have made a better kit. Obviously, the real bright, vibrant greens with the dark in the middle. And I think this centerpiece design is, for me, what earns all the marks for this kit here. This sort of split design with the more limier colour with a dark sort of tree-type green in there looks really, really well. That Volkswagen sponsor in the middle is one of my favourites in world football. Really like how that sort of holds the centre of the kit all together. They've got the awkward sort of V-neck design, which some of the Euros kit has, which I don't really like how one side's uneven than the next. That really annoys me. It takes away a bit from the kit there as well. But in the end of the day, it's a real lime green kit with this sort of centerpiece type design. And that design in the middle helps it out a lot, because outside of that, it's a very bland kit, but this is what does a lot of the work. And yes, it's a very bright and at-your-face type kit, and it's got a funky design in the middle, so that's a bit of Preston. That's all. That's what I love in kits, all these trying to be bold, try and take things on, and that's what this kit has done. If it had a bit of a neater collar, the sort of even collar, if it had a little bit more colour going on around the centerpiece design, it could easily be a 10 out of 10. I think those two things take away from it a lot. And because we've had some great Wolfsburg kits in the past, it doesn't sit right up there for me. I've gone with a 7 out of 10. They've got quite a high score. I like what they've done there. It's a real neat design. I like, as I said, that centerpiece, of the center of the kit looks fantastic. The gradient and the darker and lighter green in the middle there really makes the design pop for me. The sponsor as well, one of my favourites in Volkswagen. That part of the kit is a great portion. The rest sort of lacks as such. I've gone with a 7 out of 10 for Wolfsburg. Our final club is Werder Bremen, and we've saved their best for last, the best kit in the league. They said this is a classic, an instant classic, and something I have to get my hands upon. Some of these companies make some fantastic kits, and Hummel for me is one of those clubs, one of those brands that makes some fantastic kits for their clubs. It's got that vintage type design there. It's got these sort of gradient styles in the back there, almost like Tetris type designs in the back. You've got the blocks at the top, then you've got the straight lines, you've got the Hummel down the arm sleeves there, which I'm a big fan of. A nice dark contrast on the collar design with light and then dark patches throughout the main body. You've got the nice white coming up the sides, center badge, bravissimo center badge, and Hummels, and everything's centered. It's all down the middle, and it looks fantastic. I love it. I hate when teams will go a center badge and then put their brand, sponsor on the side. Keep it all nice and central. Hummel in the middle, Werder Bremen's logo down the middle, and this Matthias sponsor as well. Really, really clean design there as well. It's given off Tetris. It's given off some vintage vibe as well with the darker colors. And I don't know what you can call it, but the sort of shadowy design at the back of the kit, the silhouette of the kit in the back. Oh, absolutely love it. As I said, it's giving off that vintage vibe. There's a few kits in La Liga to take a similar premise to this kit here, and I'm going to have to get this Hummel kit because this is one of the great kits of the season. You thought Bayern Munich was good. This is 10 times better. This is probably one of the kits of the season. I absolutely love it. I cannot rave about it anymore. Again, I love when you take things on, when brands take it on with different designs. They've got their geometric shapes. They've got the silhouette there. Centre badge, another tick for me. A good sponsor, another tick for me as well. And the way the colours all work together well, the patterns in the arms, the Hummel design on the arm sleeves, it is just fantastic. It's given off that sort of 80s feel, that early 90s feel. It's got the modern day designs in there as well. It's got the Hummel center logo. It is just fantastic. I cannot fault this kit. 10 out of 10, perfect. We've saved the best for last. And normally Bundesliga kits are very, very good. This one, though, has carried the way. A really, really fantastic kit for me, and easy the best of the Bundesliga in this season. Alrighty, ladies and gents, that brings this video of the Bundesliga kit rankings season 24-25 to an end. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. My favourite kit obviously was Werder Bremen, closely followed by Bayern Munich and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And for me, Bayer Leverkusen's kit is dead set the worst, especially for a team that just won the title. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have I got it totally right? Have I got it totally wrong? I love the community in the comment section, so please get down there. Let us know, let me know, let other people know in the community what you think. All in all, for the Bundesliga, it's a bit of a drop-off. I normally like the Bundesliga kits, but a lot of this season are very simple, very basic, and very bland. But that's just my view on things. Another leg down, we've got La Liga to go as well, and might get into the Serie A as well as the Ligue 1 sometime soon when all those kits come out as well. So a lot more to come in the channel, with the podcast going back to 2 episodes a week after next week. So get excited for that. The season is around the corner. More prediction videos are coming out. More segments here on the channel are coming out. So a lot more to come as we push for that 1K mark. If you are new, guys, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the Players in the channel, get us towards that 1K before the season gets kicked off, and also press that post notification bell so you know we upload videos here in the channel. With that being said, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the video very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.